It's a city with an imposing welcome, 2 decades after the fall of the Soviet Union. The Palace of Arts in Kiev will host the draw for Euro 2012. A short drive away is the city's Olympic Stadium, a redeveloped ground that's ready for the best teams in Europe.
It's almost 1 year before the final. Kharkiv ready, Donetsk is ready, Lviv ready, we are ready. So all the stadium host already matches. This is for Ukraine. For Poland, they are making their efforts and they will be also, I think, finished on time.
There's still plenty of construction though, as the country continues its race to be ready in time for June. Infrastructure's still a cause for concern, especially in joint hosts Poland. But Ukraine's Deputy Prime Minister says football fans shouldn't worry. He also says supporters shouldn't be put off by his country's reputation for being bureaucratic.
You can't defeat the bureaucracy, but speaking of the borders, airport and land borders, we will create the most comfortable environment as we can. EU citizens visit Ukraine without visas. We guarantee minimum hassle at the borders and customs.
This will be the biggest stadium in Euro 2012. As Fabio Capello and Giovanni Trapattoni wait to find out their opponents, they want to be back here in July for the final.
We are now almost ready for it. Now infrastructure is in place and we are very much happy for that.
Ukraine and Poland are in pot 1 for the draw, so either could face England and the Republic of Ireland, as 16 countries are drawn into 4 groups for Euro 2012. Brian Swanson, Sky Sports, Kiev.
So here's how the draw will work. The 16 teams will be drawn into 4 groups from 4 pots of 4. The top seeds are in pot 1. They include joint hosts Poland and Ukraine, along with Spain and the Netherlands. Poland are predetermined as A1 and the Ukraine at D1. Spain and the Netherlands will then be drawn to go into groups B and group C. The next pot drawn will be pot 4, which includes the Republic of Ireland. They are in with Denmark, France and the Czech Republic. Pot 4 doesn't mean that the teams goes into the 4th position. After each team is drawn out, another draw will determine which position in that group they will occupy. Clear? Well, then it's pot 3 with Croatia, the 2004 winners, Greece, Portugal and Sweden. And lastly, it's pot 2, when England, Germany, Italy and Russia will discover their fate, going into the only available positions left in each group. And former England manager Terry Venables is hoping to avoid some of the top nations.
This draw will be really important for us to make sure that we try and get what we want or who we want to avoid. And of course, we need to avoid Spain, France and Portugal. Yeah, I think they're the three that we definitely need to keep out of the way of.
What teams do you think we wouldn't mind playing? What teams should we look out to get?
I don't think it's, I don't think you can sort of go look down that road. I think basically you've got to say whoever we get, it's a good draw, because you're not going to change it. And I think that we're in a position where we should be able to achieve anything, really. I think we've got some time ahead of us really to prepare, but I always fancy England anyway, so I can't go any other direction.
So, as Venables pointed out, England's potential worst-case scenario could mean playing Spain, Portugal and France in the group stages. As for the Republic of Ireland, they could end up in a group with Spain, Germany and Portugal, but they could also be grouped with England.